This is $100 bill. I have a very simple, sincere question for you. How much is it worth? Well, obviously it's worth $100 because I just told you it's a $100 bill. If you have any sort of common sense at all, you would go, you can buy $100 worth of things with this bill because it's a $100 bill. Now, if I do this, and now it looks like this, how much is it worth? Is it still worth $100? Can you still buy $100 worth of things with it? Does the value of it change based on the fact that I've done something to it? No. It's still a $100 bill. It's still worth $100. If I gave you a $100 bill in this condition and I said, hey, here's $100 and it looks like this, are you going to refuse it because it looks like this? Or are you still going to be like, yo, that's a $100 bill. Let me grab that. Obviously, if you have any common sense, you're going to take it and be like, yes, this has value. Doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what's happened to it. It has value. Now, if I dropped it in the mud and it was next to some dog poop or something disgusting like that, and then I tried my best to wipe it off, but it was kind of dirty now and it was still crumpled up like this, would you still want it? I mean, chances are you'd probably be like, this is a little gross, but hey, $100. It's $100. It's still worth $100. The value has not changed despite the fact that something has happened to it and that it looks like this. Now, why do I bring this up at all? Why do I talk about the condition of this $100 bill and what's happened to it? I bring it up because you are this $100 bill. My brother, my sister, whoever might be watching, you are this $100 bill. Meaning, despite the fact that anything could have happened to you, no matter what's happened to you in your life, no matter how much you may have been abused, misused, manipulated, mistreated, no matter what's happened in your life, you have value. Your value is within. You still have value. It doesn't matter what's happened to you. It doesn't matter what condition you're in. It doesn't matter what you look like right now. It doesn't matter what kinds of things have occurred. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just go straight to it. It doesn't matter. You have value because you have value. Period. Just in general. And I don't know, maybe you've never heard this before. Maybe nobody's ever told you. Maybe it's been a long time since the last time that somebody said this to you, but you matter. You have value. You are valuable. You have worth. You are worthy. I want you to know that. I'm saying that to you. If no one's ever told it to you before, I'm saying it to you. You have value. You have worth. You are worthy. And it just doesn't matter what conditions, what kinds of things may have happened to you or what kind of curveballs life have thrown to you. You have value. 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 I want you to embody that. I want you to embrace it, to affirm it, to just recognize your worth is not determined by any external measure. It's not determined by what happened to you, and it's not determined by things that you do either. It's not determined by your achievements. It's not determined by your aesthetics. It's not determined by, how much actual money that you can make. It's not determined by any of those sorts of things. Your value is not determined by external validation or these extrinsic values. It's determined internally through intrinsic values. It's determined because you simply just have value because you exist. Your matter, right? Your physical matter, your matter matters. I'm just trying to get you to see and to understand that, like, if you determine your self-worth based on external measures or extrinsic values, all that's going to happen is you're going to use them as a crutch. You're going to depend on them. You're going to need them in order to feel any sort of value at all. And the very second that any of it gets taken away from you, you will no longer feel valuable. So you can't use that to prop yourself up. You can't use that as a crutch. If you need these external things in order to feel worthy, if you don't have them, you have no worth. If you're only dope when people like you, the second that people don't like you, you ain't dope no more. No, you're no longer dope just because people don't like you. You got to feel like you dope because you feel like you're dope. You're dope because you think you're dope, not because other people do. And the thing is, ironically, when you feel that way about yourself, lots of times it does make other people feel that way about you, because we teach other people how to treat us based on how we treat ourselves. And I just want you to know, like, you determine your self-worth just based on how you feel about yourself. But even if you don't feel it about yourself, you have it. That worth is within. You do have value, whether you know it or not. It doesn't matter if you don't know that you possess it. You do possess it. It is within you. It is inherent. You just have value. You have worth. And that external stuff is like, if you go to a hotel, they have that revolving door of people coming in constantly and people coming out. Every time you put some stock of your personal value into that, it's like you get some new value coming in the second that you have a new achievement or some new compliment or more likes or more followers or more whatever, just more. It comes in and it leaves just as quickly, because it's not sustainable. It's not what you need to keep that engine going. What you need is self-love, self-worth, self-respect. Just understanding what your value is in general as a person, as a human being. You just need to know that you have it. You need to know, I have value. And I'm telling you, you have value. You have value, you have value, you have value, you have worth, you are worthy. And that's all I really wanted to express to you today. To just keep your head up. Make sure you understand that you are like this $100 bill. In fact, if I had a $1 trillion bill, I'd be saying you were that instead, because you're worth that much. In fact, you're worth more. But I really want you to understand your value. I want you to value yourself. I want you to care about yourself. I want you to know what your worth is. And I want you to treat yourself as if you are worthy. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say to you today. And I hope you have a blessed day. All right, peace.